Well, first of all, welcome, Nathan Trott.
Yeah, thank you.
You've been over at West Ham now for a little bit of time. You're back home, enjoying this heat.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about your experience thus far at West Ham.
It's pretty much been a roller coaster so far. Obviously, I've been there for a year already, so I'm kind of used to it already. But it was kind of rough at the start because I've been training for almost the whole season, and then just being able to play, only 2 games. But I enjoyed the time I've been able to play, so I've enjoyed it a lot.
Let's go back a little bit. You when did you start liking or falling in love with the art of goalkeeping? Because it's an art, it's a form.
When I was younger, I used to play in goal in and out. Obviously everyone knows I used to play outfield, like left back, striker, everywhere. And I used to play in goal as well sometimes. So I kind of had a bit of love for it when I was younger, but as I grew older, I think I fell in love with it more. Probably around the age of 13, 14 maybe. And since then, obviously, I've enjoyed it.
You started to think you were actually pretty good at it.
Yeah. I'd probably say maybe 2 summers ago is when I knew I wanted to be a goalkeeper. It was when Bermuda went away to the tournament in Mexico, I think it was.
Right.
When we played Portugal and Colombia and Chile.
Oh, okay.
And I had a good tournament there, so since then I decided just to be a goalkeeper.
No arm twisting from your dad?
No,
that used to be his position.
Yeah, it used to be his, so everyone says, yeah.
So you go to West Ham, you have trials and so forth. During the period, what was the time frame between the trials and then saying, yeah, we want to sign you?
I think I was on trials with them for about a week and a bit, and after the trial finished, they called me later. They called my dad later, probably about a couple of days after my last training session. They told him that they want to sign me.
Right.
So yeah.
Now, coming from Little Bermuda, could you believe what was happening? Them asking you to sign on?
For a second I didn't, but then obviously when you're working hard 24/7 and you go out there and you try your best, the only thing that can possibly happen is something good. So when it happened, I couldn't believe it for a second, but then I thought that I deserved it as well.
Right.
So yeah.
When you were during the trials, how many other goalkeepers were there?
When I was training, there was about 3 others there. Well, they're pretty good, but I always thought that I was better, which is probably why I think I performed well. Because when you have that self-belief, I think you do a lot better.
Right. So it's a bit about patience, isn't it? Waiting for your turn to come.
Yeah.
As you said, playing only 2 games. Sitting there constantly watching. And obviously you have Jair Prophet Williams, who are also from Bermuda. He's had to show a lot of patience as well, waiting for his turn because he's come through their ranks as well. Yeah. But obviously, when you're a new player and you guys all kind of what I want to say, lodge together, you're all in the same housing complex.
Yeah.
Do they talk about their time having to wait? Do you guys express that a lot?
Oh yeah, sometimes. Usually the ones who don't really play that much, obviously they talk about it a lot, but you don't really get it that much because everyone knows that if you're not playing, you're not good enough, you're not working hard enough. So when you get the time to play, you obviously deserve it. So there's not many complaints.
How often do you get to watch the first team train or train with them?
During my experience at West Ham, I've trained with them quite a lot. I'll say when I first started training at West Ham, when they told me I wanted to sign, I was with them for a bit at the beginning of the year. So I've seen what it's like training. It's a lot different from the academy football, obviously.
More intensity in training?
A lot more intense, yeah. It's obviously better quality as well. Right. It's different class.
So do you find that's what you need to put into your training habits, or are most guys comfortable with what the academy coaches are asking them to do?
I think if I want to be better, I'm going to have to push myself. So obviously, if you train with people that are better than you, I think you get better as the time goes. I wouldn't be happy with just training with the academy the whole time.
What is the atmosphere like for you? I spoke with Jair about the atmosphere at the club, but everyone sees it a little differently. What is the atmosphere like?
Everyone at the club's friendly, which is why I think I settled in with West Ham quite easy. All the coaches are friendly, all the teammates are quite friendly. Which is why I think West Ham's probably one of the only clubs I know that I've been around that are quite friendly.
Then in the end of the season comes and you get this you're going to Hong Kong 7.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was happy with that because obviously it was more game time, and I heard it was exciting tournaments, and it was fun to be part of as well.
Short 3 days or 2 days? 2 days?
It was 5 days. Yeah.
Okay. And you guys finished where?
We made it to the finals with Aston Villa, but unfortunately we lost 2-0 in the final.
Yeah.
I thought we deserved to win.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But obviously, it was an opportunity for you to show the coaching staff what qualities you bring.
Yeah.
And what you can offer this season coming up.
Yeah.
Overall, your ambitions for yourself professionally, what are you hoping to achieve?
The season coming, what I want to do is play mostly 21s football. But obviously, I'm going to start off at 18s this season, hopefully, and then obviously I'm going to have to prove myself to see if I'm able to play 21s. I also want to be more involved with the first team. I want to become maybe third choice this season, at least once, and if not once, then obviously every week. At the end of that, I think if those two go well, then I think it will end up me getting called up for England, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you have the confidence in yourself and the ability. Obviously, you have the ability, but you have the confidence in yourself to achieve these goals.
Yeah. If I push myself, I think I could do anything. Yeah.
Who are some of the people who have gave you those encouraging words that make you believe in yourself and don't second guess?
Oh, my parents for sure. Those are the two main ones. Obviously, you have teammates and stuff, but the main people in my career so far have been my parents. Mainly my mom, obviously, and mainly my dad as well. He's been in the football world before, and he's been in goal, so he knows what it's like.
Right. Is for a professional, is goalkeeping a lonely thing?
It can be. Obviously, you're not involved in the game that much, but you have to remain focused all the time, because obviously the one time you're not focused, you might concede a goal. So.
Right. What are some of the things you do while players in the opposite end of the field? What are some of the things you're doing to stay in the game, focused in the game?
Well, I kind of talk to myself, and obviously you try to organize the defense, and you kind of what I do is I kind of talk most of the time just to keep myself in the game. Try to talk most of the time, speak loud, obviously, because you want to be a presence on the field.
Right. Are you a shouter, or are you?
Oh, I was quiet, but my coaches kind of wanted me to be a bit louder, because obviously my personality is usually I'm first shy.
Right.
But if you like teach me enough, I'll start screaming. So now I kind of scream.
And is it one of those things where when you first started screaming, your teammates would turn around and look to see if it was you?
Yeah, just to see if it was me. Yeah.
But obviously, when you're playing football, your personality kind of changes because it has to with the game.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Obviously, we have to kind of step out of your comfort zone, because I'm usually a quiet person. I'm kind of a funny guy as well. But on the field, you kind of have to be more serious, because it's game time.
And for you, how difficult is that?
Oh, at first it was really hard. It was kind of strange for me, because you're shouting at your teammates when you're usually known as the quiet one.
Right.
I'm the funny one. So it was strange at first, but I think now they realise that I kind of have to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think about the competition you've been involved in thus far? The level of it and the challenging factors.
In my position as goalkeeper, it's usually hard, because there's only one of you that can play, and my competition's been quite tough, because obviously there's another goalkeeper, Sam Howes, who's a really good goalkeeper. He plays for England. He's been playing for England for a while, so I'm actually glad I'm kind of training with him all the time, because it pushes me as well, and I want to be either as good as him or even better.
Right. And does he move up to the 21s, or?
This year he moves up to the 21s.
Oh, okay.
But obviously I want to play 21s as well, so yeah. See how that
the good
goes.
thing is you'll be training with him, so
Yeah.
you can have that opportunity to put him on the bench.
Yeah.
So you head back next week. What's your first order of business when you get back?
My first order is obviously just get myself ready for the season coming. So get my boots, my gloves, everything ready for the season, and then be prepared to work for a long season. Really, that's it.
What about the excitement of moving to a new stadium?
Yeah, that would be great as well. Yeah. That's another reason why I want to become third choice, to see what the stadium's like from that view as well.
A view from the bench? What about a view from actually on the field?
Yeah, that would be nice as well. That would be even better.
So when you've been waiting a long time, and they finally, there's a few games to go, you get a call up to actually play in the 18s, right?
Yeah.
What was those moments like, waiting for the game to start? Obviously, because you know you're starting and not going to be in that familiar position.
Yeah. Oh, it was strange at first, because obviously it's a long wait, really long wait. So it was great to get it over with. I was happy.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're told you're going to be starting, you call mom and dad, or?
I messaged them and told them that I'll be making my debut for the 18s this week. They're happy. Obviously, they're finally happy that it was over. The wait was over. So. That was the main thing.
Being a professional, and a young professional, sometimes could be a lonely thing. because you spend so much time trying to make sure you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
Do you find for yourself, you're a quiet and shy guy, so it's not unnatural for you to be,
Yeah. Oh, you can't have to stay focused all the time. So I felt in the years that have gone. I left Bermuda when I was in year 9, I think, and I've probably the friends I used to talk to. Obviously, I don't really talk to them that much. I haven't had much time. I've been focusing for more than a year, probably 4 or 5 years ever since I left. So it turned out great now because I'm at West Ham. But obviously, I just try not to get distracted. Just focus on one thing, and it's just paid off pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you've been doing since you've been home?
Oh, I'm just been relaxing with family, really, just because I don't see them that much. This season coming, I won't see them that much. I won't be back for Christmas because I'll be training this around Christmas time. So I'm just going to see my family as much as possible before I go back.
Right. What has that time been like? Been good?
Yeah, it's been great. I'm happy to see them.
Yeah. And I guess they're happy to see you.
Yeah, happy to see me as well. It's been a quick 4 weeks since I've been back. Yeah.
Wow. Obviously, you still got room to grow. I don't know where else you're gonna grow, but room to grow.
Yeah.
And you notice that a lot of the goalkeepers, European goalkeepers, are quite tall.
Yeah, they're getting quite tall.
But it's also a technique that you have to use, because obviously for a tall person, getting down low, reflexes. What are some of the things you're doing in training to build yourself to withstand some of the things that you have to do for a goalkeeper?
Oh, well, personally, I have quite quick agility and speed as well. So getting down on the ground isn't as hard as people would think it would be. For me, actually, I think it's quite easy for me to get on the ground quite hard. Right. I usually rely on my reflexes and things, but obviously there's always something to improve on.
Right. Now, your dad was known for being able to kick the ball very far.
Yeah.
You got that seeing?
Yeah, I've got a pretty strong left foot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, and you're left-footed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You're looking to be the number one in the 18s.
Yes.
And then hopefully get a 21 appearance here and there. What are you going to have to do to make sure that you remain once you get the number one spot in the 18s?
Consistency is the main thing, especially in professional football, because you could slip one game and then you could get replaced within a second, really. So
it's quite much harder for a goalkeeper because it could be a game that it's not really your fault. The goal goes in, but
it kind of looks bad on you as well.
Right.
Which is another thing. You just stay consistent and focused the whole time in training as well.
How much communication do you have off the field with, say, your back four?
Yeah, I the best thing to do is probably just remain like, you want to have the best friendship with your defenders, obviously. But if you talk to everyone, you're friendly with everyone. You're friendly with the whole team, really. So, but it's good to have a good relationship with your back four.
Yeah, you say you're a bit quiet and shy, but you're also the funny one.
Yeah, that was at first. When I first went to West Ham, I was mainly quiet. I was quiet for a long time, actually, because I was just getting used to everything. Obviously, a lot of things have changed, but...
No, when you say you've been out of Bermuda for quite some time now,
yeah.
But going out and being by yourself, did you find that challenging?
When I first left, I think I was around 13, 12 or 13 when I first left. That was really hard for me at first, but as the months go by, you just get used to it. You get used to being by yourself. You kind of grow up by yourself as well.
Well, technology allows us to be in contact with so many people, and obviously I know your mom and dad. They're always in contact with you.
Yeah, always.
How often do you talk? Every day?
Every day we usually chat, and then I usually video chat like a Skype or FaceTime on probably like towards the weekend before one of my games.
Oh, okay. What do you think about? Have you visited the new stadium? Did they take you guys over to see the new stadium?
I personally haven't seen the new stadium yet, but I've seen images of it on the website.
They just had the store open day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Big things are happening around there.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things.
So
have
the
changed.
excitement. How often do you guys go and watch the first team?
I usually go probably once every couple of weeks, really, to watch the games. Yeah.
Okay. Because you guys mainly play midweek, or you play Saturday morning.
I play Saturday mornings,
right.
But first team, if they have a cup game, it's usually midweek, and then that's probably a Sunday maybe.
Right. What are the things that you guys are faced with challenges wise when it's 18s especially on the road? How do you guys cope with all that?
Well, we're pretty much used to it because when you travel away games, you do it almost every week. You kind of get used to it, and you just do it every week, so you get used to it quick.
Okay, give me a day of the academy? One of the busiest days that you have. What are some of the things you do?
One of the busiest days would probably be when we usually have a gym day, probably twice every week. So the morning usually starts. We have college in the morning, around 9ish. Then training starts around 10:30. When training finishes, probably close to 12. We have lunch with all the teammates and stuff. And after you finish having lunch, you usually do gym. Gym probably about an hour and a half, maybe if not more. If you want to do extras, you do extras. After that, the day is pretty much done, really.
And you said you do university in the morning?
No, college, yeah.
College in the morning?
Yeah.
So for what? How long is that? An hour and a half?
Probably, yeah, hour and a half, maybe, yeah.
But it's at the facility?
It's at the facility, yeah,
okay.
everything.
And what are some of the things you're doing in
Oh, it's just mainly coursework, really.
Right.
So it's just coursework during the mornings, and then obviously if you don't finish it, if you have too much, you could come back in the afternoon to finish it.
Oh, okay. And how are you coping with that?
I'm coping with this quite well.
Yeah. You don't mind that?
No, I don't mind.
Yeah. Indoor, outdoor.
Whatever.
So you're now used to this type of activity on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
But when you come back to Bermuda and people talk to you, are they asking you the level of commitment is needed for a young man such as yourself to be successful?
Yeah, a lot of people, if I walk in the street and I see someone, obviously, they ask me, how is it going? Like, what do you need to do to be where you are now? It's just commitment and consistency and staying focused the whole time.
And as you know, I mean, you grew up with a lot of guys, and you see them, but the level of commitment to anything, it tends to get distracted at times, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, at times it gets distracted, really, when you're around a lot of guys, especially. But I think the only time to get distracted is maybe out of the training facility. I think you can get distracted, but obviously when you get back in, it's trying to stay focused.
On your time off, like this period here,
yeah,
are you given training regimens to do? Or
yeah, I get a schedule from my coaches to do some training sessions before I head back, and I've done that.
And they'll be able to tell whether you've done them or not.
Yeah, they'll be able to tell.
So, but you've been focused and committed to getting yourself ready. Are you hoping to be that number one solidified at 18 spot?
Yeah, definitely. I want to secure the 18 spot for number one.
Right. When we talk about patience, how many years do you give yourself, or seasons do you give yourself, before you can be knocking on that door for a first team spot? I know you said you wanted to be 3 this season, but realistically,
I'll give myself maybe a couple of seasons, see where I am there, because I'll be fully grown by then, and I think I'll be a lot better than I am now.
Right. What are you off? What are you guys doing for preseason? Have you found out what your preseason schedule is?
Preseason, I'm not sure yet. I've been told I might travel with the first team for preseason, or I might be traveling with the 18s or 21s somewhere else. I haven't been told where they travel yet, but I've just been told just be prepared to travel wherever.
The first team is heading to U.S.
Yes, yeah.
Going to Seattle.
Yeah.
Cold country.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen where the 21s or the 18s are going. But,
I'm not sure where they're going yet. I haven't been told.
But, well, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I know you're a busy fella and you got to see your family and friends. So,
yeah.
All the best. We'll be looking out to see how you get on for the season.
Thank you.
And good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right?
Pleasure.
Sure.